My child, listen to my voice, for I am speaking directly to your heart. Do not turn away or pretend you cannot hear me, because this moment is a call of love, a plea from your Creator who knows you better than you know yourself. If you choose to ignore my words, you are not just turning from me, but from the source of your own strength and protection. You step away from the shelter of my blessings and expose yourself to the whispers of the enemy who seeks to devour you. I speak to you because my love for you is vast, deeper and wider than any ocean, more constant than the rising sun. Every breath you take is a testament to my love. Every beat of your heart is a rhythm I sustain. Even in the moments when you feel utterly alone, when you are convinced that no one sees your struggle, I am there. I have been with you from your first breath, and I will be with you until your last. I am the silent witness to your joys, the ever-present comfort in your sorrows, and the guiding hand in your confusion. My child, do not believe the lie that you must face your battles by yourself. I am walking beside you through every trial, every moment of fear, every shadow of doubt. When you feel weak, that is when my strength is most available to you. When you feel afraid, that is the perfect time to grasp my hand. The adversary, the enemy of your soul, will work tirelessly to convince you that you are worthless, forgotten, and defeated. He will magnify your flaws and minimize your worth. But I declare to you now, you are precious in my eyes. You are my creation, and I have placed within you a light that no force of darkness can ever extinguish. Do not dismiss the gentle nudges in your spirit that draw you toward me. That quiet, persistent call you feel is my voice, inviting you into a deeper relationship. Do not put off seeking my guidance, for every moment of hesitation is a moment the enemy uses to build walls of doubt and fear around your heart. I have given you a mind capable of understanding truth, a heart made for love, and a spirit designed to discern my presence. But the choice to listen, to tune your heart to my frequency, remains yours. My child, I do not ask for blind obedience born of fear. I desire your trust, a willing surrender that flows from the deep knowing that my plans for you are for your ultimate good. Even when the path ahead is shrouded in mist and you cannot see the next step, I ask you to trust that I am leading you. You may see roadblocks, failures, and disappointments, but my vision extends beyond your immediate circumstances. I see the end from the beginning. I am the master weaver, and I am taking every thread of your life of in the tangled, broken honest, in creating a beautiful tapestry of strength, wisdom, and purpose. You may grow frustrated with my timing. You may feel impatient, wondering why your prayers are not answered in the way you expect. I understand your human heart. I am not a distant, uncaring God. I am infinitely patient, and I know precisely what you need and when you need it. The storms that rage in your life are not sent to break you. They are intended to purify you, to wash away the debris of the world, and to reveal the true depth of your own faith. It is in the storm that you learn to hold on to me, your anchor. When the waves of chaos rise and the winds of fear howl, do not be afraid. Remember that I am the unshakable rock beneath your feet. I am stronger than any fear, wiser than any scheme of the enemy, and more loving than any human heart you will ever know. Trust me, my child, for my faithfulness is eternal. I will never abandon you. I will never forsake you. Even when the night feels endless and you cannot see a way forward, take courage. The battles you are fighting are not yours to fight alone. I am fighting for you. I have surrounded you with my angels, a celestial army you cannot see, but they are ever present, ready to shield you from harm, guide your steps, and deliver you from danger. The enemy's primary tactic is confusion. He wants you to doubt my power and to believe that your problems are too big for me to handle. But I remind you of this truth. No weapon forged against you will prosper when your life is aligned with my will. I have given you spiritual armor, the helmet of salvation, the breastplate of righteousness, the shield of faith, the belt of truth, and the sword of my word. You must consciously put on this armor each day, not as a meaningless ritual, but as a declaration of your identity as my beloved child, walking under my divine protection. Listen, my child, for I speak to you in countless ways. I am in the stillness of the early morning, in the gentle whisper of the wind through the trees, in the warmth of the sun on your skin, and in the genuine laughter of those you love. I am in the words of Scripture that leap off the page and into your heart. I am in the quiet sanctuary of prayer and in the encouraging words of fellow believers. Open the eyes of your heart, and you will see my fingerprints on every detail of your life. I am not silent or distant. I am actively and intricately involved in your world, orchestrating even the smallest events to bring about your good and my glory. Do not be discouraged by what appears to be failure. These are merely shadows. My truth is the light that dispels them. Do not allow the enemy to plant seeds of fear in the garden of your mind. Fear is his most potent weapon, but faith is yours. I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. The courage you need is already within you, a divine strength that is activated through your connection to me. Every time you choose obedience over convenience, truth over deception, love over bitterness, and trust over doubt, you grow stronger in me. You become a conduit for my power, a city on a hill whose light cannot be hidden. Your struggles are not punishments, they are opportunities. They are chances to grow, to shine, and to demonstrate to a watching world the transformative power of my love. I am glorified not in your comfort, but in your steadfastness. I am honored by your perseverance and your unwavering trust in me, especially when it is hard. My child, you will be tempted to turn away from me. You will be tempted to seek comfort in temporary things that promise satisfaction but leave you feeling empty. Do not be fooled by the enemy's marketing. What he offers is a hollow imitation of the real thing. Only I can satisfy the deep longing of your soul. Only I can quench the thirst that resides in the core of your being. Come to me in prayer. Be honest with me about your fears, your failures, and your desires. Bring me your broken, weary heart, and I will give you rest. I will lift your burdens, heal your spiritual wounds, and guide your feet onto a path of peace. The joy I offer is not fleeting or dependent on circumstances. It is eternal, unshakable, and overflowing. Seek it, embrace it, and allow it to permeate every part of your life. You may have endured deep pain, betrayal, loss, or rejection. I have seen every tear you have cried, even the ones no one else knew about. I have heard every sigh of your heart. Your pain has not gone unnoticed, and your suffering is not in vain. I am close to the brokenhearted. I rescue those whose spirits are crushed. Do not give in to despair, for I promise you that I am working all things, even the most painful things, together for your good. There is a purpose in every trial, a lesson in every struggle, and a hidden blessing in every tear. Trust me to bring beauty from the ashes of your pain, hope from the depths of your despair, and new life from what seems like death. My child, be strong in my love. Love yourself as I love you, not with worldly pride, but with a humble acknowledgement of your immeasurable worth as my creation. And from that foundation, love others, even those who have wronged you. Forgiveness is not for them, it is for you. It is the key that unlocks my presence and power in your life in ways you cannot yet imagine. When you choose compassion over judgment and extend kindness to those who are unkind, you become a reflection of my nature. The enemy will fight this with all his might. He will tempt you to hold onto bitterness, resentment, and cynicism. Do not give him that victory. Stand firm in love, for it is stronger than any weapon, wiser than any strategy, and more powerful than any force of darkness. Do not grow weary in doing what is right, my child. In the proper season, you will reap a harvest of blessing if you do not give up. I am patient with you, and I am patient with the world. All of time is in my hands, not yours. Trust that I am working behind the scenes, arranging circumstances, encounters, and challenges to bring you into the fullness of the plan I have for you. You may not see the progress now, but one day you will look back and understand. Your faith, your obedience, and your perseverance are like seeds planted in fertile ground. Though the growth may be hidden beneath the surface for a time, the harvest is guaranteed to be abundant. Do not despise the small beginnings, the little acts of faith. I see them all, and I will multiply them beyond your wildest dreams. My child, learn to hear my voice above the noise of the world. The world is loud, filled with distractions, temptations, and half-truths, but my voice is the still, small whisper that speaks truth directly to your spirit. You must intentionally create space in your life to listen, to discern, and to respond. Do not allow the endless chatter of culture, media, and your own anxieties to drown me out. I am your father, your protector, your guide, and your closest friend. In my presence there is no fear, only perfect love. There is no condemnation, only gentle correction and loving guidance. There is no limit to my mercy and no end to my grace. You are precious, you are chosen, and you are deeply and unconditionally loved. Nothing can ever separate you from my love, neither your failures, not the schemes of the enemy, and not even your own doubts. Walk in my light, my child. Let my truth be the lamp that illuminates every corner of your mind and heart. Do not hide from me, and do not hide from the unique calling I have placed upon your life. Your existence has a profound meaning that extends far beyond your daily routine. You are here for a reason, and every step of your journey is being guided by my hand. Stop comparing yourself to others. Stop measuring your worth by the world's fleeting standards. You are mine, and that is the only standard that matters. I have equipped you with a unique set of gifts, talents, and strengths. Use them for my glory with a spirit of humility, gratitude, and boldness. The enemy will try to make you doubt your abilities, to make you feel inadequate. But I have given you these gifts for a purpose, to bless others and to bring honor to my name. Yes, my child, listen carefully, for I am speaking to you now with love and urgency. You must understand that when you choose to turn away from me, even for a moment, you place yourself in a position where my blessings cannot flow freely to you. My blessings are not arbitrary rewards. They are the natural outflow of our relationship, a current of grace meant to sustain, protect, and guide you. When you ignore me, when you prioritize worldly desires, ambitions, or even other people above me, you disrupt that divine connection. The channels through which my blessings flow become blocked. This is when the enemy finds his opportunity to attack, to deceive, and to lead you into a place of despair. Consider the lessons from Scripture, for they are timeless examples. I anointed Saul to be the first king of Israel, destined for greatness. Yet in his impatience, he ignored my direct command. I instructed him to completely destroy the Amalekites, but he chose partial obedience, keeping what he deemed valuable. Because of this, he forfeited my favor. My spirit departed from him, and the kingdom he was meant to build slipped through his fingers. Understand, my child, that my blessings are intrinsically tied to your alignment with my will. When you disregard my guidance, even in what seems like a small matter, you create a vulnerability that the enemy will exploit. My blessings are not earned like a wage. They are received when your heart is fully devoted to me, when you seek me first, above all else, and when you trust my wisdom over your own limited understanding. When you relegate me to second, third, or last place in your life, you are inadvertently inviting delay, disappointment, and spiritual decay. Do not fool yourself into thinking you can compartmentalize your life, living by the world's rules while giving me occasional acknowledgement, and still expect to receive the fullness of my protection and favor. The world will entice you, and the enemy will tempt you. Without me as your guide, your steps will inevitably falter. Remember Samson. I gifted him with supernatural strength because he was dedicated to me from birth. His purpose was to deliver Israel. Yet, he repeatedly ignored my boundaries, giving in to his fleshly desires and disobeying my spirit. He took his connection to me for granted, and eventually, my spirit departed from him. The very strength that was his greatest blessing became the instrument of his own humiliation and downfall. My child, when you ignore my guidance, even in areas you consider private, you spiritually weaken yourself. You open your life to manipulation, attack, and the loss of blessings that were intended for you. You may find a moment of temporary pleasure, but the cost is my favor and my peace. Do not be deceived by worldly ideas of luck or self-made success. There's no true, lasting prosperity apart from my presence. Consider Abraham, whom I called my friend. He walked faithfully with me, obeying my commands even when they made no logical sense. He did not ignore me. He sought my counsel. Because he honored me above all else, I multiplied his blessings beyond measure. His life became a testament to what happens when a heart trusts and follows me completely. My blessings are not merely material. They are peace in the midst of chaos, wisdom in decision-making, and protection from unseen dangers. Think of David, a man I described as being after my own heart. He was not perfect. He stumbled, he sinned, he fell. But his defining characteristic was that he always returned to me in sincere repentance. When he ignored me and followed his own desires, the consequences were severe. Even as king, he faced rebellion, grief, and heartbreaking loss within his own family. But when he turned back and sought me earnestly, I restored him, and my blessings began to flow once more. I do not correct you to harm you. I correct you to guide you back to the path of blessing. When you ignore me, you step outside the circle of my divine protection and provision. The enemy sees this opening and will rush in to steal your peace, your joy, your health, and your purpose. Consider Peter, who walked with me and heard my teachings firsthand. In a moment of fear, he denied knowing me 3 times. In that instant, it was not that my love for him ceased, but he lost the blessing of my fellowship, the confidence of his calling, and the power that comes from walking openly in my presence. It was only after he repented that he was restored and empowered to become the rock upon which I would build my church. My child, take this to heart. Blessings are forfeited not because I am cruel, but because distance from me creates vulnerability. Ignoring me invites confusion, fear, and loss into your life. Do not mistake busyness, pride, or worldly distractions for strength. Many people walk through life assuming their neglect of me will have no consequences. They chase fleeting pleasures, seek the approval of others, and place their faith in wealth or power, which are fragile foundations for a soul. They say, I will get right with God later. But for some, later never arrives. The blessings that could have protected and guided them are lost. The enemy rejoices when a heart procrastinates. For every moment you spend ignoring me is a moment he can whisper lies and steal the peace that is rightfully yours. I am the giver of every good and perfect gift, but these gifts are received by a heart that is open and devoted. When the heart wanders, the hand that was ready to give is stayed. Look at the Israelites in the wilderness. They constantly grumbled, doubted, and disobeyed me. The blessing of entering the promised land was withheld from an entire generation. This was not because I desired to punish them, but because their disobedience and neglect made it impossible for them to receive the blessing. Patience, faithfulness, and obedience are the keys that unlock the doors I have prepared for you. Do not grow tired of returning to me. The blessings you may have lost are not gone forever if you will truly turn your heart back to me. I am a God of mercy and second chances, quick to forgive and restore. But understand this, time wasted in neglect cannot always be fully recovered. Some opportunities will pass, some relationships will be damaged, and some moments are gone forever. The enemy does not give back what he steals. That is why you must act now with urgency and devotion. Make me your first priority. Seek me, obey me, and walk in close fellowship with my Spirit. Only then will the fullness of my blessings flow into your life, protecting you from the enemy's attacks and fulfilling the beautiful destiny I have designed for you. You may wonder, if God is so loving, why does he allow these consequences? My child, true love does not mean endless indulgence. True love corrects, guides, and redirects for the ultimate good of the beloved. When you ignore me, the consequences that follow are the natural result of separating from the source of life, just as a plant severed from its roots will wither. Blessings require alignment with my Spirit. Ignoring me is like refusing the spiritual nourishment your soul needs, and the enemy is quick to attack that weakness. Think of the prodigal son who left his father's house seeking his own way. He lost everything and ended up in despair. His restoration came only when he chose to return home. The lesson is clear. Blessings are found and preserved in closeness to me. Do not think that small compromises or minor acts of disobedience are harmless. Each small step away from me weakens your spiritual defenses and dulls your spiritual senses. Think of Ananias and Sapphira, who lied about their offering. Their hearts were not fully devoted, and their deceit had a fatal cost. The enemy loves partial obedience because it gives the illusion of safety while leaving a door wide open for destruction. Wholehearted devotion is not an optional extra. It is the master key to unlocking the abundant life I have planned for you. I am calling you, my child. Return to me completely. Seek me earnestly. Obey me without hesitation. Do not let the distractions of this world or the lies of the enemy pull you away from the safety of my embrace. When you honor me with your time, your thoughts, and your actions, you open the floodgates for my Spirit to move powerfully in your life. Protection, guidance, and favor will flow like a river. Ignoring me is a profound spiritual risk. Even when trials come, even when you stumble, keep your eyes fixed on me. My people have always faced giants, famines, and enemies, but my presence protected them when they trusted and obeyed. Joshua and Caleb believed my promise and inherited the blessing that an entire generation feared to claim. Faith and obedience are what sustain my blessings, not human effort alone. Hear me clearly. Ignoring me delays, diminishes, and can even destroy the blessings I long to give you. Obedience, faith, and humility invite my favor. Do not wait for a moment of desperation to turn back to me. Seek me now with all your heart and walk with me daily. The enemy will whisper, "It's too late," or "You can do this on your own." But I tell you now, it is never too late to return. Come home, my child, and let my blessings flow.